Now let's actually get in. My first one, and this is a big one, is that dance is a sport. Training as a dancer is no different than training as an athlete. Training your muscles, you're improving on your muscles, and you're fueling as much as an athlete would. Of course, it's also an art, but it is a sport. The next one is that being a dance teacher is not an easy job. I think a lot of people think that teaching dance is kind of an easy job for people that don't have a head on their shoulders. Dance teaching is not easy. You have got to have such an awareness of the human body, so biology is hugely important. Got to have an artistic eye for choreography. Different kids work in different ways, so you've got to be able to adapt very quickly to what different children need. You've also got to be technologically proficient to be able to edit music, invoices, taxes. Genuinely, dance teaching is not. One is that, and this is getting a little bit deep, but I don't feel that there's enough talk about mental health. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore my job and I love what I do, but it can be hard. If you're a dance teacher, you usually have a pretty open heart, which does mean that you care an awful. Caring that much also opens you up to a lot of work. It's a side that people don't see and people don't talk about. I could do a whole video on that, but I'm not going to talk too much about it now. The next is that I so much prefer it when parents just drop their kids at the studio and go. Now listen, I'm not saying that when you first drop your 3-4-year-old off at class for the very first time and they're really nervous, you should leave. But one of my biggest pet peeves is when I've taught a child for a while and all I can see, and they're like 8, 9 years old, all I can see when I look out the door is their parents looking in all the time. A little peek is fine, but listen, you've got to let your child be independent enough to not be looking out the door at you every 5 seconds. And just to be clear on that one as well, I don't mean like there shouldn't even be a waiting area for parents or something like that. That is not what I mean. What I mean is the parents that are just watching like a hawk 24/7 and will not leave you or their child alone for 5 minutes. The next one is that dance has changed so much in the past 10-20 years, and in my opinion, old school training techniques just aren't good enough anymore.